everyone, it's Maki here. Do you like the Guntank? It's a mobile suit that appeared in the original 0079 and many of its weapons have featured in other works. Although it's called a mobile suit, its appearance is more reminiscent of a large tank. Today, we are going to explore the question: is Guntank really a mobile suit? Or is it a tank? This is a topic that fans discuss a lot, isn't it? By uncovering new insights, we might also gain some useful clues for understanding the Earth Federation's mobile suit development. If you'd like to support my channel, please consider joining the monthly membership for just 99 cents. As a thank you, you'll receive a name badge and special comment stamps. Alright, let's begin the research. The Guntank is one of the mobile suits developed under the LX project. The Guntank and the Gundam, which were also developed under the same project, are extremely well known. One of Guntank's defining features is that its lower body consists of caterpillar tracks. In other words, it does not have the two-legged structure designed for human-like walking, typical of a mobile suit. Because of this, Guntank is often not considered a mobile suit in the story. There are even scenes in which it is referred to as a tank-like imitation or failed mobile armor. Many background materials depict the Guntank as an intermediate stage that emerged during the Earth Federation's development of mobile suits. This interpretation suggests that it was a byproduct of combining the Federation's existing conventional technology with the new weapons category of mobile suits. However, I'd also like to point out that there are other interesting descriptions out there. Some sources state that Guntank was not originally designed as a mobile suit. This idea is mentioned in sources such as the Gundam Official Encyclopedia and the Gun Pro Manual for Prototype Gundam. According to these materials, the Guntank was sometimes referred to as an anti-mobile suit combat vehicle or heavy tank for anti-mobile suit operations. In other words, it is possible that the Guntank was not originally a mobile suit, but rather an evolved form of a tank. The Guntank began life as an armored fighting vehicle. Work on its design began even before the war with the Zeon forces officially started. At the time, the Earth Federation had only received rumors that Zeon was developing a new weapon called the mobile suit. In response to this threat, they attempted to develop a weapon centered on existing technologies. They adopted the LTX-44, the next-generation main battle tank following the Type 61 tank, as the basis for development. No official photographs of the LTX-44 have survived. However, the assault-type Guntank used in the One-Year War was a modified version of the LTX-44. Its model number is also recorded as LTX-440. The original LTX-44 was considered a failure due to its excessive armor, which resulted in poor mobility. In fact, its mobility was lower than that of the Type 61 tank. Some post-war historians even described it as a failure created by military personnel living comfortably at their headquarters in Joburo. However, the LTX-44 evolved into the Guntank when it was incorporated into the LX project. With the integration of the code block system, it played a key role in developing the cockpit systems used in the gun cannon and Guntank. The use of caterpillar tracks for the lower body was not necessarily a failure either. This system was adopted because many within the Earth Federation believed that combat involving vehicle locomotion was unstable and unreliable. It was also based on the expectation that intense combat movements would severely damage parts. Interestingly, there is a mobile suit that was designed based on a similar line of thinking. The dam. This new mobile suit was deployed by the Zeon forces during the war. Beetle locomotion causes significant wear to the legs and surrounding components. To address this weakness, the dam was equipped with hover movement technology. In that sense, the Guntank's caterpillar-based movement can also be seen as an attempt to address component wear in mobile suit combat, even before the Zeon forces. The Guntank was developed as a tank, not a mobile suit. There is another unit that supports this idea. Guntank 2. Although Guntank 2 is classified as a mobile suit, its design is that of a heavy tank. It was designed to be a tank capable of fighting mobile suits. Its primary purpose is to support light mobile suits. The Guntank 2 is often described as having regressed from a mobile suit back into a combat vehicle. However, if we consider that Guntank was originally designed as a combat vehicle, it can also be seen as a proper evolution of Guntank as a combat vehicle. So, how would you describe Guntank? Is it an incomplete weapon born during a transitional stage in mobile suit technology? Or is it fundamentally a combat vehicle that incorporated mobile suit technology through its involvement in the Alex project? Both interpretations are supported by official settings. Ultimately, it is up to each fan to decide. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next episode.